Those with the narcissist personality disorder and toxic people enjoy pushing your buttons and provoking you any way they can to get an emotional reaction from you. They know from the emotional reactions and responses they get from you whether to keep pushing those same buttons or not. The narcissist will have learned all your strengths to put you down, so you doubt your own ability, doubt your own capabilities. They understand all your weaknesses to use each and every one against you, and they learn all your insecurities to rip each one wide open and watch you bleed out. Some narcissistic people you can cut ties with easier than others. Some are a little more persistent, a little more stubborn, like a toddler who doesn't know any better. They are toddlers in adults' bodies, although most toddlers have tantrums and learn to grow out of their tantrums. Somehow, narcissistic people miss this step. When you stop playing into their games, they no longer have you to play with. Some narcissists will get the message a lot sooner than others. Some don't seem to get it at all or don't want to accept it straight away and keep pushing those buttons in the hope that you will give in to them and to get what they want from you, which is to get your attention and win at all costs to you. They do not care for who they hurt with their games, including hurting their own children. A narcissist seems to get a real kick out of manipulating others into believing they're not good enough, they're not lovable, that they'll never make anything from their life, and that they'll never be free from the narcissist, that they'll never be anything without the narcissist, which is what a narcissist needs to do to keep you trapped with them. A narcissist only wants to use you. If they cannot use you, they will use all your weaknesses and fears you once told them in confidence to hurt you, to bring you down. They will counter-parent and mess with children's minds just to get at the healthy parent. Narcissists are no better parents than they are partners. Narcissistic people are incredibly envious of others, often believing that others are envious of them. Most often you have something they want, and if they cannot have it, they will go all out to destroy it for you. Through their smear campaign, if they cannot control you, they are going to go all out to control how others see you. Once you've been entangled with a narcissist, your job isn't to help them, it's to save yourself. You are a hostage and your job is to escape. You are in the fight of your life for your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your financial health, and your children's health. You have to stop running from the pain and you have to deal and grow through the pain, through the hurts. If not dealt with, it will only keep you trapped. A narcissist wants to fight and they want to win at all costs to you. The only way to fight these people is to stop playing their games. If they say 1 + 4 = 2, you have to leave them to it. You cannot defend yourself to them as they are not interested in your point of view. They're interested in listening to what you say to pick out the bits that they can use against you to provoke you. They're not interested in understanding you. They're interested in hurting or using you. They will twist all your words against you. As George Bernard Shaw said, you cannot wrestle with pigs. You get dirty and the pig likes it. If you're at the start of this when it comes to dealing with a narcissist, no contact is always the best. No contact is not always possible because some people have children with them or you may work with them. It might mean cutting off genuine family members. If no contact is not an option, it needs to be limited contact, no reaction, grey rock, firm boundaries. And remember, it's okay to say no and then it's no reaction. If you've done that when they're upping their games, remember why they are doing it. They don't like losing, and the fact that you're not reacting makes them feel worthless. Remember to always stay safe. Those with a lack of empathy can be dangerous, and your safety comes first. Always look calm and collected. If it's face-to-face combat, and if you feel a need to respond, do not react to the vile things that they are saying to provoke an emotional reaction from you. Remember who they are, using Ross Rosenberg's technique as observing them. knowing they are only saying things to provoke you, passing their insecurities off over to you. Do not absorb their toxic words. If we drink poison, it will affect us. If we leave poison in a bottle and don't touch it, the poison cannot harm us. The narcissist manipulating words are that poison to our minds. Always observe and never absorb. Don't take their words personally. Don't defend yourself. That's what they want, and that's why they are baiting you into emotionally reacting or emotionally defending, emotionally explaining yourself to them. You are going to get defensive around offensive people. This is normal. How you handle it when dealing with narcissistic people is by leaving them to it. We do not have to take part in every argument we're invited to. We do not have to defend our intentions to those unwilling to listen or compromise. We do not have to explain our every move to those who are not interested in communicating correctly with us. With good intentions, you live your life how you want. If you need to respond instead of defending yourself to a narcissist when they're coming at you claiming that you're selfish, you're awkward because you won't give in to their demands, say something like, "You seem upset, are you okay?" Or, "You seem a bit negative, are you okay?" Or, "I'm sorry you feel that way." And remember the difference between the "I'm sorry you feel that way." A narcissist will promise you something and then let you down. And then when you bring it up, they will say, "I'm sorry you feel that way." A narcissist will hurt your feelings and then say, "I'm sorry you feel that way." A narcissist will bait you into having some form of emotional reaction, and then to avoid taking responsibility, they will say, "I'm sorry you feel that way." You are being yourself. You haven't done anything to hurt them. You haven't done anything to punish them. They are trying to gaslight you. They're trying to emotionally manipulate you. You saying you're sorry, "I'm sorry you feel that way," is recognizing how they feel, but not changing who you are to serve them. And once you've said, "I'm sorry you feel that way," leave them to it. Don't continue the conversation. Hit repeat of what you said if needed, as they will try to twist it and turn it all onto you. If you repeat the same thing, you'll watch them get more frustrated, and they cannot draw that reaction and that attention out of you. When it comes to dealing with a narcissist, sometimes when they're coming at you, accusing you of things, some form of response could just be by saying, "That's possible," because you're not agreeing with them, but you're not disagreeing with them. If they are provoking you into feelings of anger, and then they are accusing you of going crazy, they're accusing you of having a bad day because they've provoked those feelings of anger and frustration within you, it's quite possible that you're feeling angry and frustrated because they're provoking you into those feelings. So just turn around and say, "That's possible." Or when they are coming at you claiming that you don't do anything for them, just say, "Okay," and just repeat, "Okay." Don't get into too much of a debate with a narcissist. When you do respond to a narcissist with "That's possible," "Okay, I'm sorry you feel that way," make sure your face stays as straight as possible and keep your emotions hidden. Always look calm and collected. Give them no reaction. Once you learn to do it, you'll learn to recognize their games, which will no longer affect you. It takes time, it takes practice. It's like learning anything new. You have to learn to unlearn how you used to respond and learn a new method that works for you. At the start, you might need to get your reactions and emotions out. Just do not do it in front of the narcissist. Wait until they are gone. If it's all possible, when they come at you, retreat, rethink, and only respond if you need to do so. Shut the narcissist down by not reacting to what they are saying. If it's a message, do not go off topic. Do not respond to whatever they are throwing at you. Say it once and leave them to it. So it's things like if you're co-parenting, kids have something on, they'll be ready at 6. And if they come at you with all those, that's just like you. You've said all that needed to be said. Do not explain yourself. You already have. They don't want to listen the first time. They're not going to listen the second. Or when they bring children home late, pick up late, again, act to them like it's not bothered you. Put your best poker face on. Don't let their actions trigger your frustrations. When you allow them to continue to control your emotions with their actions, they have the power and the control over you that they want out of you. You cannot control what they do. You can control the meaning you give yourself for those negative things they do. So instead of being frustrated or angry, think things like, their behaviour is that predictable, it's almost laughable. At the same time, you need to become emotionally unpredictable to them for the actions they throw your way, turning the tables. Some narcissists are dangerous. Call the authorities if needed and keep all written evidence. We all have our memories, and our emotions are connected to those memories. When we have learned through past experience how they behave, it triggers those learned emotions. So at the start, it's difficult. It's a learning curve to change how we handle our thought process. Our minds are subconsciously programmed to respond in a certain way, and we have the power within ourselves to change this programming. We cannot change a narcissist. We can only change ourselves. We cannot change their actions. We can only change our reactions to their actions. When you've got to see them from past experience, past emotions and past memories, it can leave you fearing all that they might say or the stunt that they might pull. This can leave you focusing on the negative of the future event that hasn't even happened yet. This is powerful, as you know you can do this. You can imagine your past and you can imagine your future. Learning to differentiate between your imagination of the past and the present moment. We live with the toxic past running around our minds. It keeps us trapped in a place we don't need to be. Now you need to use your present moment to focus on a better future. So when a meeting is coming up, a family event, a child handover, learn not to focus on what if negative that fills you with those negative emotions and ruins your present moment, and think of how you want it to go in a way that gives you a feeling of happiness, so not to destroy your present day. A narcissist controls people and creates drama by using people's emotions against them. With the games that they play, they are controlling your emotions and your emotional reactions. Take control back of your feelings. Process your feelings the right way. Bring back your power, your life, your happiness. Think of staying in control of your emotions and not allowing them to get at you, and then shift that future out of your mind and back to focusing on the present and what you're doing in the here and now. Boundaries. Learn and know what behaviour you will and will not accept from others. If by saying yes to someone else you are saying no to yourself, it needs to be a no. Do not say no, draw a line in the sand and then let them walk straight over it. Say no, mean it, and stay on that line. Boundaries and no contact is best. If it's not possible, then it's limited contact and grey rock. You are worth so much more. You will recover and move forward onto a happier life. It's hard to stop thinking about them and what game they will play next. It is possible. And this takes time and it takes work. It's a thinking process. Thinking about them keeps you locked on them, which you most likely don't want anyway. When your subconscious allows them in your mind, consciously remove them from your mind. Just because your subconscious brought them into your thoughts doesn't mean your conscious cannot kick them straight back out. Your brain is powerful and you have the strength within you to use your mind to work for you. When they appear in your mind, think, I do not want to think about this person. I want to think about what I'm going to do, and think about something that you would like to do in the future. Start using your imagination to work for you. If something isn't happening in the present moment, it isn't happening. It's difficult to let the past go. However, it is possible. We just have to find the correct method that works for ourselves as individuals, that helps us let things go, that helps us focus on a brighter future so that we can live a much happier present. I shall add in the description the video on why we need to stop explaining ourselves to narcissistic people and the video on boundaries. If you are looking for more understanding and further help in overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have an online guide which I shall also add in the description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link will also be in the description. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.